Hey everyone, good morning. It's Rob Foglia with Foglia Properties at Keller Williams Realty here in Nashville, and I hope you're doing great. I've been hearing a lot of chatter recently about the real estate market. The question that's been coming up a lot has been, is the market quote unquote normalizing? Are we getting back to a more balanced market? Is it still an extreme seller's market? I think depending on who you talk to, you're going to get different answers. So I figured, you know what? Let's devote this first Friday of the month video to looking at some real estate statistics to make sure that we have a clear answer. Is the market normalizing? Are we in the same type of market we've been in? What does this look like? So let's just dive right in. And I've got some statistics pulled up here for Murfreesboro, and I've got some others that we're going to look at here in 2 seconds as well. All of it's going to be in Murfreesboro today. I just wanted to keep some uniformity with these numbers. So let's just dive in and take a look at what some of the first things that I'm seeing. So the stats for June have just dropped. Obviously, it's July 1st. And guys, prices are still rising despite interest rates having gone up, and they've been climbing all year. So, I mean, for anybody, yes, if you've been trying to get a loan recently, you might have been getting quotes for a mortgage rate in the high fives, maybe even above 6%. And the reality is, despite those high interest rates, prices are still climbing. In fact, 26% above this time last year for Murfreesboro. Murfreesboro is not an anomaly. That's one of the reasons why I wanted to pull it. It's going to be very similar to a Nashville, Franklin, really any city here in Middle Tennessee. Very, very similar. The other things that we can look at here real quick, months of supply. Again, if you've never heard this statistic, this shows, is this a balanced market, a seller's market, a buyer's market? When we go back and look at the historical trend line, 6 months of supply is considered balanced. Previous to, back when the market was down, when we were in a heavy recession 10, 15 years ago, it was an extreme buyer's market. You can see here in May of 2011, it peaked at over 10 months of supply. And guys, for last month, 1.1 months of supply. That is still an extreme seller's market. So despite some of the clamoring that the market's normalizing, we're not seeing it in statistics yet. And guys, the numbers really don't lie. Now, a couple of things to look at that we are some trend lines, and again, these are still Murfreesboro. I've pulled up homes under 500,000 that I wanted to look at to maybe show that the market is changing a hair, but I wouldn't call it normalizing. I'd still say it's an extreme seller's market. Is some of these numbers here in this column, the DOM column, or days on the market. And so what that's telling us are for active listings or homes that are under contract, as you can see these lines that I'm highlighting. For DOM, days on the market, how long it's taking for a home to pend. The median, I like to use median because obviously there can be an extreme circumstance for a max that might throw off an average. But so that median DOM for active homes, guys, 14 days. That's not an increase. Now you might see though, 14 days compared to these under contract lines, 2 days for the median time, 4 days for the median time. You might be thinking, well, hey, maybe that's a shift in the market. Guys, it's really not. Not when we're seeing these numbers still. Not when we're seeing 1.1 months of inventory. Not when we're seeing the amount of homes for sale dropping from May to June. And the amount of homes for sale in Murfreesboro from June of 21 to June of 22 down over 60%. Guys, that's not becoming a buyer's market. That's cementing it being a seller's market. Now, what I am seeing, though, because of interest rates rising and this number going up, the average days on the market or the median days on the market going up, it's because a home's not priced correctly. We are seeing some price reductions out there because a seller may have had a pie in the sky number. In fact, and I won't bring up the exact example, but there was a seller client of ours that wanted to push the market earlier this year. Because of the climate that we were in, we said, you know what, we'll give it a shot at that number. We're going to see what happens. Sure enough, not only did we get that number, but because of the demand we were able to create on his listing, we got well above that number. That home had no business selling at that price. And the reality is, because of the low interest rates, some buyers were willing to go well above what market value really was for that home. And despite the fact it was even overpriced to begin with, we're not seeing those buyers anymore. So if a home's not priced correctly, that's when it might be sitting for 2-3 weeks plus because it's overpriced, even if it's overpriced by just a few percentage points. Guys, this is a skills-based real estate market. You want a real estate agent like myself who's got those skills that can identify those things. And more proof to this, and I don't have it pulled up, but I met with a new buyer of ours earlier this week. And when we were looking at new homes that were out there available. So just pulling up the market, going through her wants and needs, and looking at what was actually out there. We identified 6 homes, and at a price point that's that where inventory is low. I mean, it's her price points in the low 300s and below. We found 6 homes which fit for her, which was great. However, the reality of those 6 homes, 3 weren't even on the market yet. So we found 3 homes that were coming soon or on hold, and then we found 3 more that were either brand new to the market or had been active for a whole 3 days. And I'm not exaggerating any of these numbers, guys. The reason I wanted to share this is, yes, there might be some instances where somebody's experiencing a home that's sitting on the market. Maybe somebody's seeing this video or getting this in their email or seeing this on YouTube. They might be thinking, hey, my home's sitting for a month, 2 months, whatever it might be. Guys, it's not the real estate market shifting. If it was, these numbers would be showing differently. This number would be climbing instead of dropping. This number would be climbing. And we thought maybe it was seeing it a little bit here for 0.8 months back in February, back to up to a whole 1.2 months in May. But it's back down in June to 1.1. We'd be seeing the homes for sale increase. We'd be seeing the average sales price decrease as well. Guys, we're not seeing those things. And so until we start seeing any of those things, whether it be the average sales price, maybe it's not even maturing at such a rapid rate, but it's maturing at a lower rate. When we start seeing the amount of homes for sale increase instead of decrease. And you can see, I mean, if we go back historically, even traditionally, I know it kind of looks like an EKG with all the ups and downs. So let me round out the lines just a hair. Y'all can see that typically throughout the year, we see an up and we see a down and an up and a down in terms of the amount of homes for sale. If we don't start seeing more of an up here in the middle, it's just going to continue to cement that this is an extreme seller's market still, despite rising interest rates. That, yes, rising interest rates might take some buyers out of the market, which is going to hurt demand. However, a home priced correctly, we're going to get you multiple offers, and we're going to get this taken care of for you quickly. Guys, if you need anything, if you have any questions, give us a shout, give us a call. 615-591-5665. If you're getting this in your email and you have a question, just hit that reply button. I'm happy to answer any questions that you have, even if it's a simple market analysis. I talked with a friend the other day who's considering a move. We're gonna get together and just chat a little bit about the market. Obviously, just to give him information. I'm happy to do that for anybody getting this in their inbox as well. Just hit that reply button. Let me know what's on your mind. Let me know how I can help and be of service. I appreciate y'all checking this out. I hope you have a fantastic, wonderful 4th of July weekend. Appreciate y'all, and we'll see y'all soon.